How's it going, folks? This is Ricky with BikeWorks, he, him pronouns, Chicano, Mexican, American. Today we're going to be focusing on our ABC Quick Check and some roadside repairs. Part 1, ABC Quick Check. So we're going to start with A for air. We're going to look for our recommended PSI on the side of our tire. This tire here has it recommended to 105 PSI, pounds per square inch. B is for brake. So we're going to make sure that when we engage our brake lever that it's about 2 fingers width from your handlebars. We also want to make sure that our brake pads are centered and they only touch the rim when the brake lever is pulled. You can use your barrel adjuster to adjust your cable tension if your brakes are too tight or too loose. Here I'm tightening the barrel adjuster and locking it in place. Make sure that your brake pad is not too high where it's touching your tire or too low where it's off of the rim braking surface. C is for chain. If you have a bike with gears, you want to make sure that your chain is in line with your cogs and your derailleur before you start applying pressure onto your pedals. Quick is for quick release. This is what fastens your wheel onto your frame. To adjust, you're going to want to use the locking nut, and you'll want to tighten it so that your lever begins to clamp at about halfway before using your palm to lock it down. And now for me doing a quick kickflip backside tail slide on a fingerboard. Part 2 is adjusting, shifting. We're going to start with our first step, which is to straighten your wheel. Step 2 is to check all of your parts from your shifter all the way down, your cable housing, all the way to your rear derailleur. Make sure it's all working. Step 3 is adjusting your limit screws. Your limit screws are what create the range for how high or how low your chain can travel on your cassette. You have a high limit screw and a low limit screw. Your high limit screw adjusts towards your smaller cog, and your low limit screw adjusts towards your bigger cog. Step 4 is adjusting your cable tension. There are 3 ways here that we are adjusting our cable tension. You can undo your pinch bolt that attaches your cable. The second way is to use a barrel adjuster that is on your bike, on your shifter, or on your derailleur. The third way is if you have an inline barrel adjuster. This works just like a regular barrel adjuster, but it sits within your cable housing. Here we have a chain that's having trouble climbing up the gears, so we're going to want to tighten our cable tension, which is lengthening our cable housing. Here we have a chain that's having trouble going down the gears, so we're going to want to shorten our cable housing and loosening our cable tension. Can you hear that? That's what it should sound like when you're shifting your gears. This is a properly adjusted shifting situation. Pop, shove it, nose grind. Part 3 is our saddle adjustment. Your seat post fixing bolts will adjust your saddle angle along with your ability to adjust your saddle position from front to back. Make sure you lock it down once you're done. Your seat post clamp bolt adjusts your saddle height. You typically do not want your leg to be fully extended while pedaling. You want a slight bend in your knee when you're at your furthest or lowest part of your pedal stroke. Having a multi-tool on hand while you ride will help you find that sweet spot. There you have it. Now you can go ride your bike or not. Your choice. Later.